When it comes to the current MVP discussion, there should be no discussion. It is Shai. I don't really understand why nobody mentions that OKC has been missing their second best player, plus their offense is extremely reliant on Shai. They are one of the most inconsistent shooting teams in the league, ranked 20th in three-point percentage. Don't get it twisted, OKC is very talented. Their defense is unreal, but more importantly, Shai, being an offensive system by himself, has them 30-5. Currently 7.5 games up on the Rockets and the Grizzlies in the highly competitive Western Conference. That's just unreal. In the last 15 games, he's averaging 32.5 points, 5.3 assists, while shooting 53.8% from the field. He's one of the greatest ISO scorers we have ever seen, and somehow he's not getting enough hype, in my opinion. He has elements of Jordan, Kobe Bryant, all of the greats that everybody loved. The gracefulness at which he scores in so many different ways is truly one of a kind. And again, today he showed up versus the defending champs and absolutely dismantled them. And this game really just showcased how great he is offensively. So against Jaylen Brown, no problem. He was giving everyone buckets, between, burst of speed right by you. And then with the left hand, look at 3 Boston defenders contesting. You saw in his second bucket that he understands the defense in the half court is really going to keen in on him. So if he can push that pace, it gives him an advantage. Jaylen on his back, Jrue Holiday in the area, Jason Tatum ready to help. Shai could care less. He just goes through everyone on this play and somehow finishes. Then the next score from OKC, you see what elite defenses are going to do. Jaylen Brown face guarding Shai. If Shai is not touching that rock, it is a win for the Boston Celtics. Despite the result, he was dealing with that all game long. And don't get it twisted, he's going to create shot for others. Great screen from Case and Wallace here, getting Jaylen Brown off of him. Now it's over for Boston's defense because he has all this space. He can shoot a mid-range, but here he jumps in the air, fakes out to the perimeter. Jason Tatum goes away from Hardenstein. So now it's Hardenstein versus Jrue Holiday. That's an easy floater over the top. So Boston decides to switch the pick and roll. Shai's like, okay, I'm going to give Jason Tatum buckets. I don't care who's on me. I'm giving them buckets. Next possession, Boston's had enough. They're going zone while he's handling on the perimeter to take away his driving lanes. It just kind of leaves the other side of the court wide open, and all he's got to do is pass it, and it leads to the most open three you can possibly imagine. That's the Shai effect right there. And at this point, they're full court denial. Look at Jaylen Brown after the made free throw. And my goodness, Boston is so happy that someone else is bringing the ball up the court. Absolutely under no circumstances, you ain't getting it back. We don't care. Whatever happens, happens. And it leads to a brick. Next possession, we got a double screen action loading up. And it seems like Jrue Holiday's in like free safety mode. He can do whatever he wants. His assignment is Case and Wallace, but he's also focused on Shai. And Jaylen Brown, of course, is going to stick with Shai as well. Great job by Hardenstein just getting in the way of Jrue Holiday to create that driving lane. And again, he hangs in the air. And at this point, Jrue Holiday's taken that pass away from Hardenstein. But Shai makes it look like he's going out to the perimeter to Case and Wallace. So as Jrue goes back, he hits Hardenstein. Easy floater. And now we're back to face guarding. Jaylen Brown does a good job not allowing Shai to get the rock. But then it's just like, yo, Jalen Williams, go to work. They're not paying attention fully to you. He hits a wicked spin move. And again, Isaiah Hardenstein with an underrated screen, taking Jason Tatum out of the play. So Derek White is way far away. He's the next help defender. It's over. All of what I just broke down happened in the first 6 minutes of the game. This dude has defenses petrified. And then, of course, in the second half, he just has key plays. 89-85, Jrue Holiday, finally, he's getting an ISO opportunity, and he absolutely mixes him between, behind the back, between again, step back three-pointer, in your grill, nothing but nylon. Come on now. And then a couple seconds later, after a miss, he gets a block on the other end of the floor. And he finishes it off with a lob to Isaiah Hardenstein. My goodness, that felt like the dagger in the game. But let's be real. Shai is the MVP of the league right now. Let me know your thoughts below.